Okay, guys, this is our third annual Dream Team Chat. Officially, this is like our new name for it. Me and Brie are alternating hosting. It's been really fun, and hopefully, you guys have found some value in the content that we're sharing with you guys. And today, we're going to talk about booking parties. Okay. I know I've talked about this a bunch, but I know that we have a lot of new consultants with us. So if you're new and you don't know me, I'm Alex Erickson. I am the star director of this amazing, huge, beautiful group, family of teams of all these amazing consultants, you guys. And first of all, you guys are just absolutely incredible. Hyper growth is no joke, especially for this group. And you guys are just absolutely amazing. And I'm super thankful to do Scentsy with you guys. Today we're talking about booking parties, something I'm super passionate about, something I've been talking a lot about. If you've been around for a while, you know how important booking parties is. You know that that's kind of how I built my business. At the beginning, I did a lot of Facebook parties, and I started doing home parties. Home parties are what really grew my business, but as time are right now, Facebook parties have been really big for me lately, and they've been super successful. And so I want to talk to you guys tonight about how to book parties and the different types of options that you have. And then I also want to go over a little bit of verbiage with you guys, because sometimes I feel like we try to book parties and we really are having the conversations and we're asking the people, but we're not getting the reaction or the booking that we're going for. And so I think that verbiage has a big thing to do with it. And I want to write something real quick so I don't forget. So we are going to talk about the different types of parties. But before we get into that, I want to just go over the general benefits of booking parties. Okay, so Scentsy is a party planning business. It's how Scentsy was founded. They recognized the idea that getting multiple people together and sharing the products to multiple people at a time really increases excitement. It increases engagement. It gets people smelling testers and oohing and awing over what other people are finding pretty and smelling good. And it increases your PRV, you guys, no matter what type of party you're doing, whether that be online or in home, a grab bag, the multiple different types of parties we have, it will almost always guarantee that you have higher PRV. Think about it. You can struggle all month long to get 500 PRV, right? Or you can have one party that gets you 500 PRV. It's a huge difference, okay? In addition to PRV, high PRV also means you're getting more customers, new customers. You guys know, especially if you have been around for a while, new customers are very important. They're very exciting, right? Whenever you get new customers, you're like, yes, I got a new customer. Yes, I got 2 new customers. You guys, parties are the perfect way to get lots of new customers. If you think about it, if you can have 3 to 4 parties a month, and with every party you're getting 5 to 7 new customers, you're getting like 20 new customers a month, right? And so if it's something that you're doing consistently month after month, imagine how big your customer base is going to grow. Not to mention from referrals, things like that, right? In addition to high PRV and new customers, you're also talking about booking additional parties. I find that it's so much easier to book a party at a party, okay? So in my opinion, you just kind of got to get the ball rolling, get those first few parties booked, and then don't walk away from a party without getting another party booking. And there's so many ways to do that, but it's surefire way to do it easier through a party is to book additional parties. So if you can get your first round of parties booked, you'll recognize that it's a lot easier to keep that momentum going. And I'm going to help you with getting those first round of parties booked just by verbiage and different ways that you can ask, okay? So you can get higher PRV, you can meet more customers, you can book more parties, you can also get recruits from parties, right? Whether it be your host, you can have your host join, right? Because they see how fun it is, their friends and family love it, they want to join. Or you meet someone through that party who is super interested in the business opportunity and they want to join, okay? I feel like parties, especially home parties where people see you in person and they build that relationship with you and they ask you questions and are smelling testers and their friends are excited, having a party is a really great confidence boost to someone who might have been interested in joining, but maybe they weren't sure how it would go. A party is a really great stepping stone to get them on board, especially if their party does really well, and then you can flip the party to them, and then they can join with their party, okay? So there are many, many benefits to booking parties, okay? The other thing, like outside of like business building things, is you are going to gain confidence in your business to try new things that are uncomfortable or that you're not sure about. It will give you the confidence to step into the new tasks that your business can bring you, right? I personally believe Scentsy totally makes you step outside of your comfort zone. And by doing parties, by just like doing that hard thing and booking that first party and doing the first party, training on how to do a party, the whole 9 yards, okay? I feel like doing parties gives you confidence to do more in your business. And it also shows your customers, your new customers, your hostesses, that you are working your business and you are taking your Scentsy business seriously. You're not just collecting orders here and there. You're not just closing an order when we have a big, huge promotion that one of your customers messaged you about. No, you are working your business. You are actively in your business working. And guys, people are watching your business, okay? And so regardless if they book a party or not, regardless if they comment on your stuff or not, they see you working your business, right? So if you're in your VIP group or on your stories or on your personal page talking about how your friend just had a party and she got all the Scentsy free, or you're talking about how you just watched a training and you're learning about doing parties, things like that, you guys, people are watching, okay? Believe it or not, things like that are monumental. People are watching, people are taking note, people are recognizing you working your business. And not for nothing, I think that is so important, okay, guys? So those are the personal benefits of booking parties. If you guys have booked parties, you have parties, you think of other benefits to booking parties, drop them in the chat box because possibly I'm missing some things, okay? Now, let's talk about the types of parties, okay? Bree says, and people being able to watch parties unfold gets them so hyped up. It gives them another opportunity to put themselves in a situation where they can see themselves. Truth. So true, dude. So true, okay? So let's talk about the different types of parties that we can book, okay? I mentioned a few of them. Home parties where you get people together and you showcase the products, right? You can do that just from the contents of your starter kit. Frankly, you can do that with catalogs and testers, okay? So home parties can range from catalogs and testers to diffusers and a little bit of everything, okay? But home parties where you're getting people together and they are experiencing the products, smelling the testers, you can talk about things, whether you give a display or whether it's just like an open house type where they come and go and smell, it doesn't matter. Getting people together in a home where they can see things, feel things, smell things, that's a home party. Personally, I love them. I think they're the best, because they're the shortest amount of time and usually the biggest reward from home parties, okay? So I love home parties so much, but right now, obviously with COVID and like people being comfortable or not comfortable getting together, we have to also be talking about other types of parties, which would be Facebook parties. Facebook parties are huge right now. Me personally, I took a break from doing Facebook parties. I shouldn't have. I don't recommend it. I definitely got burnt out because I was doing tons of them. Like there was a time like I was doing 8 of them a month and it was crazy. But I'll tell you what, my customer base grew like crazy during that time, but I did get burnt out and I didn't do them for a while. But I have started doing them again. And I'll tell you, it is like a breath of fresh air because I'm getting new customers. I'm getting new excitement. I'm getting new people in my VIP group. I'm getting new consultants from it. I'm getting repeat hostesses from it. So in my opinion, Facebook parties may be the most tricky, the biggest learning curve. I think Facebook parties can definitely be a big learning curve, but in my opinion, especially right now, I think they're so important. So Facebook parties, and you guys, I'm not going to go like party by party telling you how to do them. I mainly want to talk about how to book them. But you guys, there's so many different trainings and so many different ways that you just kind of have to do your own research and figure out what works best for you, okay? Or talk to your sponsor or director and they can kind of walk you through maybe what they do, okay? So Facebook parties are great. Grab bags, which is where you give your customer like some testers, catalogs, maybe like a mini fan or a hand cream or a counter clean, a little bit of products, or catalogs and testers, and you lend it to them. So this is great for people who work at an office, maybe people who are going to their family over the weekend, people for Thanksgiving week, the grab bag would be really great. Teachers, grab bags are really great. You guys, grab bags are really great. Honestly, you could like carry around a grab bag with you too, like carry around testers and catalogs. That way, if you get together with like two moms in the pickup line, you can be smelling your testers. They're like, what are those? Like, oh, my Scentsy testers. And you can smell them or lend them to them, okay? Grab bag parties are great. They're kind of like working for you in the background, right? So like for me, lately, I haven't been booking formal grab bags currently, but what I have been doing is lending out my testers, like consistently, right? So when I get my testers back, I lend them out to someone else locally. And then I always like say, if you collect any orders from your friends and family, I'll give you some free Scentsy too. So it's like a party without the party, right? And so you can do these formally where you're giving them to them for 2 weeks and you're checking in and you are encouraging them to share it. And that's great. And you can do it informal too, where you're just like, hey, do you want to borrow my testers for the weekend and share them with your friends and family, whatever, right? Grab bags are really awesome. Yes, Bree said grab bags are a great way to have your business partying in the background, but it requires hostess coaching. And you're right. And that is where you're checking in and things like that. Okay. So the other type of party that I want to mention, if you guys have other types of parties, I'd love to hear them too. But the other type of party that I want to mention is personal shopping links. So that's where if you have a customer who is shopping with you regularly, especially if they're not local and they're like paying shipping, this is a really great way to set them up with their own party link, right? Make them the host, give them their own shopping link, and have them order under that link whenever they want more Scentsy. Have them share it with their friends and family, have them post in their stories or on their Facebook page. And as they order, it will go towards their party rewards, okay? And it's a link that they can share and things like that, okay? So those are the different types of parties that there are, right? And Marlena just said that she takes her testers with her to work because they have a warmer going and they want to like smell different smells. And see, like that's a different way that you can share Scentsy and share testers and collect orders through time for your own party, right? Which is like what being a consultant is all about, right? We're sharing Scentsy consistently, okay? But I love getting groups of people together and sharing Scentsy with them because I promise you guys, it will grow your business by leaps and bounds, especially done consistently, okay? So let's talk about how to book some parties and different ways that you can do it. And I'm going to give you some verbiage too, just because I think verbiage is seriously everything when it comes to like sealing the deal. But also recognize that the things that I say and the way that I say something like might sound nothing like you. So if I'm saying like, hey girl, or like y'all, or something like that, if you don't say that, like obviously don't adopt that, right? But you can see the casual way that I mention it and you can apply that to yourself, okay? So before we talk about how to book them in verbiage, I want to mention personal specials when it comes to booking parties, okay? Hopefully you guys know, and if you don't, I'll tell you. With every party order you close, we have what's called a perpetual party reward. It's under that top tab, the party summary tab. When we go to close your party, there's a party summary that tells you what your PRV is, your host base. At the bottom of that tab, it says assign perpetual party reward to, and then it has a drop down box of everyone that's in the party, okay? The perpetual party reward can be used lots of different ways, but how I tend to use them, especially if I have no parties, is I use them as a booking incentive, okay? So a booking incentive would be something like you offering a mini warmer, or a counter clean, or a bar, or something if they book a party, okay? And you're not giving it to them right then. You're giving it to them when their party closes. So when they're closing out their parties and they're using their rewards, they get to pick that mini warmer, or they get to pick that counter clean, or they get to pick that bar as a gift, and you are paying for it, but you're paying for it half off, right? So if this is something that you think is a good idea for your business, I would just say make sure it's in your budget. You can offer a free counter clean or a free small tub of washer whip. You guys, half off, that's $5 and $6. Okay. For me, $5 or $6 for a successful party, new customers, potential host, potential recruit is a drop in the hat. Okay. It's also a tax write-off. Okay. So I would 100 times over pay to do a booking incentive to guarantee that I got a party. Okay. And like I said, they don't get the gift until their party closes, meaning it qualified. So if they have a bust of a party and only get like a $30 order, well, then they're not going to get that counter clean because their party didn't close, right? You might send them a bar or a scent circle as a thank you, but they don't necessarily need to have that gift. I mean, if you wanted to give it to them as a courtesy, that would be fine, but it's definitely not necessary. So I just want to mention that personal specials can be really beneficial to booking parties. They are not necessary though, but if you are really wanting to step into booking parties, I would recommend find a personal special that you're comfortable offering and just try it and see, okay? Because for the most part, it's wildly successful and wildly worth it, okay? So let's talk about how to book parties. One of my favorite ways to book parties is by doing a booking blitz, okay? This is something that we should probably do as a group, to be completely honest. I think that would be a really fun activity to do, but it's basically where you take a piece of paper and you write down, it's like your list of 100. You write down names of your customers, names of your family, your friends, your neighbors, coworkers, right? You write down names of people who you actually talk to and you actually interact with and you actually know, right? Like not randoms, not people you haven't talked to in 4 years, okay? People who are actually in your life, you write their name down and then you reach out to them all like in one day, like in 1 hour, like in 30 minutes, okay? You figure out what you're gonna offer, you figure out what type of party you're gonna offer each person, and you just go message them and you just go try to book parties, okay? And so one way that I book parties when I'm doing booking blitz, and you guys, we don't have to do it as a group for you to do a booking blitz, right? Like you can hold yourself accountable and say, you know what, I'm gonna go book some parties today. And you can hold your own booking blitz, set a timer for an hour and say like, goal, 3 parties in the next hour. I'm going to do it. And you guys, first of all, you'll feel so dang accomplished. Like that is the biggest, most impactful income producing activity you could do in an hour's time is go book multiple parties. Like seriously, because think about it. What's going to happen from those 3 parties? You're going to get so much PRV, new customers, potential recruits, more hostesses, right? So if you're doing that times 3, like you are doing really good, okay? So a booking blitz, a great way that I personally do a booking blitz I would say, you know, hey Mandy, this is Alex with Scentsy. I'm getting my November and December calendar ready and I instantly thought of you. Would you be interested in getting some free and half off Scentsy for the holidays? I can set up a Facebook group for you and you just invite your friends and family and I will cover the rest for you. I'll even send them some samples too. I'm offering a free bar to anyone who books a party with me today, right? So you see how I made it intentional, right? I'm talking to them. I thought of them. This is what I'm doing. I'm filling out my calendar. This is how I want to do it. I want to get together on Facebook with you. And if you book a party with me today, I'm going to give you a free bar, right? For a free bar, personally, I would send it to them right then, get them excited. But if I was offering something like a counter clean or like a bigger item that maybe I probably don't have on hand, I would do it at the close of their party. But if I'm going to try to book parties today in that hour, a bar is a very friendly thing. I have plenty of bars that I can pop one in the mail or drop it off at their porch and with their party pack, right? Because if they book a party with me, I'm going to give them a party pack. So I might as well just throw the bar in there, right? And then I don't have to worry about that perpetual party reward when I close their party. I can maybe use that for myself. Or maybe if their party is awesome, I can give them an extra half off and they feel like it's just this awesome gift, right? But obviously the bar is optional, but that is how I would say, right? I would go down the list and message them that you're filling up your calendar, right? You're being a professional, you're being a good consultant, you're filling up your calendar, you instantly thought of them. This is the type of party. Would you be interested in grabbing a bag of my testers and sharing it with your friends and family? Any orders that you collect, you get some free and half off goodies. And if you decide to take the bag of testers today, I'll give you a bar as a thank you, right? Simple. If you're talking about a home party, you could say, hey, Mandy, I am getting my November and December calendar ready. Would you want to get some girlfriends together to smell some of our new fall and winter scents? if you want to set up a day with me today, I'll drop off a free bar for you, right? So there you're talking about home parties, Facebook parties, grab bags, but you can see it's very casual. It's a very like easygoing way to offer it. And it's not like pinning your customers into a corner where like they feel like icky, right? Like it's very casual. And not to mention, you already have a relationship with these people, right? We're not cold messaging people. We're not like talking to people that we were friends with in high school, guys. We're talking about customers, family members, friends, coworkers, people we're already like interacting with, okay? And so that relationship should definitely be there, okay? Additionally, you can book parties through follow-ups, just general follow-ups, right? So maybe you have a few parties booked, but you have a slot for one or two more. Try in your personal follow-ups when you're knocking out your Amy to-dos. You can just slide in, instead of talking about a promotion or a new product that launched or checking in on their six-pack, why don't you check in and see if they want some free and half off goodies, right? Like you could say, you know, hey Bree, this is Alex with Scentsy. Just wanted to check in to see how you're doing on your Scentsy goodies. Did you find a favorite bar from that last stash? Also, I'm currently booking grab bag parties or Facebook parties for November and December. Let me know if you want your next round of Scentsy for your half off, right? And you can offer the booking incentive there too, right? If you wanted to, but in your everyday follow-ups, if you don't have any parties booked, that's going to be more impactful than a six-pack of bar reorder, right? So if you don't have any parties booked, you guys, your follow-ups should be tailored to booking parties. That way you can get higher PRV, not just one order, okay? And then also think about your past hostesses. If you've been around for a while and you've done parties in the past, check back with your hostesses, because likely they need a restock on Scentsy products, especially now that they can have a party and get free and half off credits to use for gifts. I feel like definitely circling back to your previous hostesses, that's going to be a really awesome way to book some parties. And generally speaking, your past hostesses like will almost always want to book another party with you, because like they are hooked on Scentsy, and they're especially hooked on getting their Scentsy for free and half off. Okay, so there's lots of different ways to book them. For me, I personally think the booking blitz is the most effective, because if you are just messaging one or two people for a party, or 5 or 6 people for a party in your regular follow-up messages, you might get one, right? You might get one. The odds are still 1 in 10. So 1 out of every 10 people you talk to will be interested in a party. Doesn't even mean they'll book it, okay? It means they'll be interested. So there's 2 parts to that. 1, asking 3 or 4 people is not enough, okay? Don't be discouraged when you ask 3 or 4 people and you don't book any parties. It's normal. It's normal, okay? If you ask 3 or 4 people and you book 1 party, like that's amazing. You should be celebrating, and then use that excitement to go book more, okay? Additionally, parties are not always guaranteeing PRV, hostesses, recruits, things like that. You will have parties that flop. It's normal. That's why I say parties are very important in your business, but also so is a lot of other things, right? Like following up, being consistent on your social media, if you work your business on social media, okay? There are some people who literally don't work their business on social media and they're still amazing, but I think most of us do work our business on social media to some extent. So let's say being consistent on social media, following up with your customers, building relationships with your customers, having multiple parties. I recommend having 4 parties a month, okay? Because think about it, 1 might bust, 2 might be successful, and 1 might join, right? So if you're booking 4 parties a month, and you're having 4 parties a month, you can pretty much bet that one of those 4 hostesses will want to join, okay? I feel like, I don't know the statistics, you guys, but I feel like the more parties you have, the more people are seeing how awesome Scentsy is, especially your customer base, especially the people in your circle. And so you're almost guaranteed to grow your business more from partying alone. Okay. And so think about it. If you're booking 4 parties a month, you are guaranteeing that your business is growing. And that's on top of all the stuff you're doing in addition to booking parties. Okay. Parties are so important and they will grow your business, but I do recommend trying to book multiple parties. Okay. For me personally, if we're talking Facebook parties here, I do them at the same time. So like ideally, right now I'm doing 3 for the same week. Ideally 2, I do 2. And I offer to send my party guest samples. And so like that's the extent of the heavy lifting on my Facebook parties, is that I send the guests of the party samples, and then I text them that I sent them samples. But to me, that's an amazing, that's amazing because I'm getting their contact information, their address, their email address. I get to see.
I think your AirPod died or something.
Oh my God.
And I can hear you.
You can? Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll just do it like this then.
You're good.
Okay. I don't know what. My AirPods stopped working. Yeah. Parties are great. Parties are really important, you guys. They will build your business. I promise you guys. And you'll grow through them. And what also is cool, because a lot of you guys, through booking parties, you'll grow your team, right? And then your new consultants are going to be like, how do I grow my business? How do I get more customers? How do I get high PRV? And then what will you tell them, right? You'll tell them to book parties, because Scentsy is a party planning business. And the goal with growing a team and growing your business is to create duplicatable steps, right? Just like I talk about till I'm blue in the face systems, right? Like have a system for your business. So when this happens, you know that you do this, right? Parties are the same. Parties are the same. Parties are a system that you use in your business to get new contacts. They're a system that you use in your business to get PRV, to provide VIP treatment to your hostesses, right? Parties are a system in your business that does good for your business, but then as you grow your business, you can share it with your team, right? Just like I'm doing right now. So I cannot stress enough how important parties are. If I could give you one call to action for your business, it would be to have a booking blitz and try to book some parties before the Christmas cutoff date, okay? The Christmas cutoff date is the 15th of December. That is a Tuesday. You could easily book parties into the week of December 7th, okay? So if you did one party every week until Christmas cutoff, starting next Monday, you could do 1, 2, 3, 4 parties, you guys. If you're feeling really like inspired, double up and maybe do 2 next week and 2 on the first week of the month, right? Book a few parties so you can grow your business, because what you're doing now, you see a direct result in, 3 months, 90 days. So what you're doing in your business now is a direct reflection of what your business will look like 3 months from now. Okay. The contacts you're creating now are going to become VIPs. The joint conversations you're having now are going to blossom. Okay. The parties you're booking now are going to grow your business for the next 3 months. Okay. So that's my 2 cents on parties. I will 100% give parties the glory for growing my business. You guys, my business would not be where it is right now if I did not book parties. As much time equity and sweat equity I put into my business through parties was 100% worth it. It grew my customer base. Like it it multiplied my customer base from when I first joined in 2015 to being a year in my business in 2016. Like, I literally remember looking at my follow-up log and being so proud of myself because like all of my customers were new customers, people I did not know before I joined Scentsy. And I remember thinking like, this is how it's supposed to be. Like, this is how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to grow outside of your friends and family. And I think it's important to recognize, guys, your circle of friends and family is great when you join. You definitely need that. You definitely get a great start with your friends and family supporting you, but they cannot sustain that forever. They cannot buy Scentsy from you month after month after month after month. They cannot help you hit your goals every single month, you guys. We have to expand our network. And you guys, parties are the best, absolute best way to do that, okay? So that's my tip for tonight, is to go book some parties. Definitely do the booking blitz, especially if you have no parties on your calendar. Go book a few parties. Don't just stop at one. Stop at like 4 or 5, or don't stop, or book them into January, right? So that is what I recommend for you guys. I'm going to